Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be giving you a brief overview and a review and thoughts on Sky Towers. So this is a self-published game, I think by Charles Ward, if I'm correct. We will put the link in the description of where to find this game. I believe he's made several games you can get, and this is the retail version that you're seeing. And so we're going to be giving you a quick overview, and we just played it and what we thought of the game.
Originally, it was a print-to-play, and then he just started publishing it.
So basically, it's a game it's a card game where you're building towers. Those towers need to add up to be complete, have to add up to exactly 21. They can't go over 21, and they're completed as soon as they reach 21. All the while, you will be trying to get these bonuses, which are public objective, basically, for everyone to go for. There's a lot of different ones, so it's a good variety. So you don't really, like we played a two-player game. I don't feel like we were ever going for the same bonuses.
No, we weren't.
Which maybe was just coincidental, but we never did.
But she did block me quite a bit.
Yeah, I could see what he was going for. It was pretty easy and made sure when we were swapping cards. Then each time you play a card down in your tableau for a tower, every tower card has a special effect. So they're numbered 1 through 10. So you just this is your effects. They're the same every time for each number. So eventually you'll just get to where you remember if you play the same card a lot. The one we play a lot was 2s because I was going for tower bonuses that had 2s in them. One was like all 2s and 1s, 2s, and 3s. So the 2 one, your opponent has to give you 2 cards. You put those in your hand, and you can just give those right back, or any 2 cards from your hand, as long as you're giving them 2 cards. So we did that one a lot. So basically, how you start the game is you put the deck in the center. There's no discard deck. So the end of the game is when this is empty. Every player, including the person who drew the last card, gets to take one more turn, and then the game is over. The person with the most yellow kites in their stack, as you complete towers, you just put them under your action card. And I'll tell you the significance of this in just a moment. You just keep stacking them under there, and at the end of the game, you'll be counting all the flags on your bonuses you've collected and all the flags that are on each of your number cards. Some of them, like the 7s, don't have any flags. So the higher numbers don't seem to have flags because, they make it easier to complete the tower. The ones with the most flags are, the lower numbers, obviously. And certain bonuses are worth more than others. So you get 2 actions. You must take 2 actions. And your actions are build, where you play a card and resolve its effect. Draw, just drawing a card from the top of the deck. Or demolish. Demolish, at any time, you could take one of your towers and put it back in your hand. You have to flip over the card, and you cannot flip that back to the demolish side until you've built and completed a tower, and then you would turn it back over. That was very effective if, say, you started going for a bonus and for some reason you don't think you're going to be able to complete that now or you decided to go for a totally different bonus, or something else, you would just take them back in your hand and flip your card over. Some of the bonuses that I went for were the 3 7s. That makes 21. So you would just take this lucky 7 bonus, which is worth a lot. It has 5 yellow stars on it. And then you would put that under there and just keep the bonus in your player area, and you'll be counting at the end of the game. Another one of the bonuses is the star 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in order of 1 on top, 6 on the bottom. The 1s can only be played on the top of the tower, so you have to do it in that order. That adds up to 21, and that is the effect of the 1. It can only be played. You would just put that under there and collect that bonus card. So you're just going back and forth, playing 2 actions until that is depleted, and then you just count up all of your yellow flags.
Forgot to mention about the side.
Oh, yes. This is how you block other players. So especially in a 2-player game, it's just each of you block each other. So say I have a tower, say I have these 2 towers, and I did not mention they do not have to be in any certain order unless you're going for a bonus. So you could have 2s on top of 3s. They don't have to be.
Well, still following guidelines. Except
for the 1s have to be on top, the 10s have to be on the bottom.
Yeah.
The rest of them can be in any order you want, unless, of course, like I said, you're going for a specific bonus. So you have to put your towers to the left or right of existing towers in your tableau. You cannot put them in the middle of one. So say these are my 2 towers on my left and right, a 3 and the 1 are on top. He cannot play a 3 or a 1, and I cannot play a 3 or a 1. You can't have 2 towers beside each other with the same card on top. Whatever he has here on his left and right, I am blocked from playing those cards on top of any of my towers or starting a new tower. You can have any number of towers. That's one of the main rules, is that's how you block people. He blocked me for a long time. I gave up. I couldn't play these 5s I really wanted to play.
I couldn't play 6. You just kept having 6s everywhere.
He blocked me on 5, so I just changed course and went for a different objective. So that's how you can block players, especially if you know they're going for a particular bonus out there. You can also, that's helpful in the swap, purposely give them the cards that they don't need. If you play a 3, you can secretly look at the top card and put it on the top or bottom. That's another way to mess with them if they're going after you. It's also good for you if that's your first action. Your second action, if you really like that card, could be draw.
The number 5, also there's no hand limit, but if you play number 5, players with more than 5 cards and hand must, even the player that played the card return their extra cards to the top of the draw deck face down. That also extends the time limit in the gameplay. You should put it in the draw pile.
Right. And then number 6, it's like kind of go fish in a way. You ask a player for a card by number. If they have it, they have to give it to you. If they don't have it, nothing happens. Or you could draw a card from the top of the deck. 7, you reveal a card from the top of the deck and you put it here in the middle of the table. So those are available to take. It's like they're in everyone's hands. They're available to take as an action at any time during your turn. So say you wanted to build that one, you would just take it and build it, as long as it meets all the rules. 8s and 9s, if you play those, you could put
your opponents
you may build an 8 or 9 onto any tower, including another player's. So, and you get to take another additional action. I didn't really take advantage of that much. I don't think I fully read it correctly. I was thinking you had to play another 8 or 9.
That's beneficial.
But it's that one that you could play.
Yeah, that's beneficial to mess with their bonuses.
I kept expecting you to do that because it was pretty obvious what I was going for.
Yeah, but you never had it where I was able to place it in time because it would have been over 21.
Yeah, I was making sure I had them all.
And then this is the last one.
And the 4, that one, you could build any number of 4s. If you have like a ton of 4s in your hand, you could put them all at once, as long as they don't exceed 21. And then the 10, of course, you could only play at the bottom of the foundation. So it's a very simple game to understand, very simple to teach. It says it takes about 25 minutes. It took us, I'd say, probably 35 minutes. Yeah. But we were going for the bonuses, so that, in my opinion, I don't know, it felt like the game took longer. Maybe a 2-player game does take longer than more players, but it didn't feel like, it didn't overstay its welcome. I just know it felt like, I think it did take more than 25 minutes. But yeah, once we started going, though, it went a lot faster. Once the deck was down close to the bottom, mostly we were just drawing cards quickly, and it kind of hastens the speed because you're looking for specific cards at that point because you're really hoping you get lucky. I was trying to get lucky on a couple bonuses that were left. I did not get lucky at the end, but I was just hoping. I did complete a tower, but it wasn't anything. It didn't gain any bonus points, but I did get the points for any of the flags that were on or kites. Is it kites or flags that are on the cards? So what did you think of this game?
I really like the design. The illustration is easy to read. The rule book is easy to understand. Learning is really quick. And so very simplistic game. You have your bonuses. You have your effects for each card. And so you're just drawing. You could draw, build, draw, or demolish. So very simplistic. This could be taught to many kids, adults, elderly. So really easy game. The whole family can play. Replayability, high replayability because it's a quick game to set up, easy to teach and learn, and the rules are very well outlined. So mechanics, I really like the mechanics, cool mechanics because every card has an effect. I like the bonus aspect of the game, and so it adds stuff that a lot of card games have, but it puts it all well together cohesively, and so I really like the whole mechanic aspect of it. Overall total, I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. I think this is a phenomenal game, especially for a card game. There's a lot of card games that just feel very similar, have similar mechanics, similar style of play. This does different, but blends from different games very well together. So 8 out of 10, great game.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't really know what to expect when we played this game because we played a tower game recently, and it was fun, but it was more directed towards younger kids first of all. So that I might as well put that out there. But this one, I thought this one was going to be similar. I didn't realize all it had, but this one basically makes it where it has more meat to it, and it does make it more fun. Each time you play a card, you're resolving an effect, and you get to where, as you play more and more, you kind of instinctively know if I play this is what I get to do. Kind of, so you could kind of do a chain reaction in a little bit when you do some of these effects, and then the added that you could go for the bonuses makes it a lot more fun. It's more exciting because makes it way more strategic than just trying to complete, towers that add up to 21. So I think they did a great job at keeping it balanced, and also there's plenty of bonuses out there to grab where you're not all going for the same bonus. And it's just, we really enjoyed this game. I would give this an 8. It was a lot of fun. Like we will be playing this again because it's a quick. It's a filler game. It's one that's easy to if you just want to play a quick game with with strategy, but that's still, simple. This would be a good one, a good choice. And I know we'll have to play this as a 3-player game with Quentin. I know he would really like this game.
Yeah, he would.
But I will say too, I'm very impressed. The quality of this rule book and the cards.
I forgot to mention, great quality cards.
Very great quality. Like this rule book the paper is like really thick and has like that linen look finish. The cards are nice and thick. I mean, you can actually shuffle them like real cards.
I know. They're actually harder than normal cards.
Yeah, they're nice. So the components on this are really nice. So it's definitely a game, if you play it a lot, it will stand the test of time because these are as good as standard playing cards and I know back in the day, my family had the same deck of cards like the whole time I was growing up, I think. So yeah, this will definitely have great wear and tear over the years if you play this a lot. So I would highly recommend this if this looks like a game that might be fun for you and your group. We will put the link in the description so you can check out where to get it. Check it out. Maybe there are other games. Please give this video a like. Feel free to leave a comment or question. If you're not already subscribed, we hope you will subscribe. If you are, thank you so much for supporting our channel. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you next time.